Hello, it's Holly with Ivy Cool Creations, and today we are working on Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Day 4 of Series 10. And today we are working on this beautiful sketch by Cheryl Ashcraft. And I decided I'm going to try doing the exact same thing. So I found this plaid paper in my stash and I am just following it along and cutting it out. So I basically used like a 2x2 square to follow. Like every second square I would cut the point, and I just followed along doing that. And I like how it turned out. I got the right number of squiggle line chevrons, and they all fit across the page. So I'm happy with that. I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough, but then I was like, no, it's a 12x12, and the pattern goes all the way across. So the pattern should go all the way across once it's glued down. Anyway, so I finally got all my pieces attached and glued down. I did a tiny bit of paper pasting just at the very ends to finish off some of the pieces. And I like the way that it looks. It's a very subtle pattern on top of this very bright yellow, but I'm a fan of how it turned out, especially since I'm doing my son's pages. So the colors I like are a bit more bright and bold when doing it. I have a doily that I decided to turn green, and I used the Distress Oxide Rustic Wilderness and the Dilutions spray in Cut Grass, and then I used a bit of water to make it like a little bit more distressed looking. I added the yellow, which I believe is lemon zest, to just brighten it up a bit and make it more like a grass green instead of a darker green. And I added more water just to make it a little bit more distressed looking, and then I used the Rustic Wilderness to make some splatters and give it a bit of dimension. And so I used that as my base behind my photos, and I'm using 3 photos just of my kids and nieces and nephews at the park. And so I have this giant yellow camera that I decided, you know what, it's going on here. It's just going to be a diagonal cluster of things that go across the page. And I just found as many different like blue looking, I picked blue and I just kind of stayed in that tone, and I just kept spreading things apart. I thought that I had a lot more tags and like pieces, but I actually don't, and so I didn't get the exact look that I was going for, but I like the way that it turned out anyway. These photos are just of the kids playing at our park, and I decided to create the clusters without using any florals. I didn't want florals to be in this layout. So personally, I think I started a little high where I put the doily. I should have put it another 2 inches lower, and it would have made my layout flow a little bit better. It wouldn't have gone so far across. It would have dropped down a bit more. But it's okay. It works. And I ended up sticking all these tags up in the corner, and I really just went with what colors look good together. I didn't go with, this piece needs to be here, etc., etc. I literally just went with, oh, this color looks nice to this color or next to this color, and this looks good next to this color. And I tried to work around that giant yellow camera on top of the yellow background. I wanted to break it up just a little bit so that you could see it in a bit more detail. And there's a bunch of yellow die cuts in my things, and I wanted to make sure I didn't use too many of them. I wanted the blue just so that it popped off the page a bit. I actually should have gone for green, but I didn't find anything green. I went looking for a different title, but I ended up with this one because it was green. So, and I'm trying to use up my thicker titles. So Fantastic Smile is where we're at. I added some green enamel dots, and I left a couple spots for journaling. And I like the way it turned out. Please check out the description box below for everyone who's playing along in Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Series 10, as well as everyone who has a sketch featured for the day. I will have everyone's at least Instagram information down in the description box below. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I appreciate it so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you.